Okay, I think we're good. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is Matthew. This is MattTv. It's a Wednesday, October 9th, 2019. This is Facebook Live, and I am just doing a quick show here in my garage from the comfy confines of my garage in White Rock, British Columbia. Going to be a stellar day here on the south coast of British Columbia. It's like zero right now. It feels like it's 0 degrees. It's clear skies, which is why the temperature dropped so much overnight. We're expecting sunshine today. Maybe it might feel like 10 degrees. It all depends on if there's a breeze. Pretty nasty day yesterday. Sunshine for Thursday and Friday. Weather in the Woodstock area, just checking it out on AccuWeather. Looks like some nice weather for the next couple of days. Hopefully it spreads throughout the Maritimes. Sunshine today and feels like 18 degrees in the Woodstock area. Simon McGinnis, welcome to the broadcast. What is the weather like in Conception Bay, South Newfoundland? And I'm really happy that we're going to have clear skies tonight, and I'll explain that, and hopefully you'll have clear skies in your area. And when I get to a segment in Just Google It, I'll give you more information on why you should be thankful if you have clear skies tonight. Mother, welcome to the broadcast. So, you know the premise of the show. I apologize for not being in here on Monday. I was just ill, and there was just no way I was going to hop in front of the camera. So I have a few days of notes and observations, so let's get to it. Jen and I was taking Jen to work on, what day was it? It was early Sunday morning. It was exactly 5:07 a.m., and we're on 160th heading north, and we witnessed a fireball in the sky. In just a matter of seconds, I saw, this is what I witnessed, a streak of white light which turned into like a greenish blue vapor, and then out of that came 4 or 5 fireballs, like something broke apart entering Earth's atmosphere. It was so awesome. I think it was a precursor to the Draconid meteor shower that happened last night. We're going to talk about meteors coming up here in just a couple of moments. What is the coolest thing you have ever seen in the nighttime sky? Have you ever seen, everyone has seen a falling star, a meteorite entering Earth's atmosphere. Have you ever seen something so large that upon re-entry that you can actually see it break apart, where there are several pieces of this rock burning up in the Earth's atmosphere? That's what we saw, and I'm really happy clear skies are going to be here on the south coast tonight. I'll tell you why in a couple of moments. Again, these are just notes that I've written down. I always appreciate the live views and the comments. If you're watching at your leisure, appreciate that as well. Weather, heavy rain here on Monday, and weather looks nice for the next couple of days. So we had a few days of some wet weather, which is nice. It's okay. I'll take rain over snow any day. Sunny and 10. Okay, from coast to coast, that's pretty much the norm, except the Woodstock area getting up to 18 today. Monday afternoon, Major League Baseball playoffs are underway. A crucial Game 4 in St. Louis on Monday. Molina's, just being the leader of the team that he is, won the game for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 10th. That series is now tied all at 2 apiece. Game 5 goes this morning. It's 2 o'clock Atlanta time. Game 5, the deciding game to see who will go on to the League Championship Series, is at 2:02 in Atlanta. So I'm thinking with the 3-hour time difference, it'll be 11 o'clock out here. So I'm going to be following the game on the phone, not listening to it, but definitely getting live updates. I'm a Cardinals fan, have always been a Cardinals fan. I want to see them move on to the next round. And like I said in a previous show, not a big fan of a Game 5 opening series. These guys played, 182 games in the season? They deserve a little bit more than a best of 5, yes? So, go Cardinals. That game goes today. I'll talk about sports coming up here in just a couple of moments. I know I'm just going to burn through this. James, welcome to the broadcast. I'm just going to burn through this show. You can leave comments if you can keep up, and pause it and do whatever you got to do. Yes, dude. Mr. James Underhill, everybody. Wide range of weather yesterday, and this is the last time I'm going to talk about weather. We had heavy rain here yesterday morning. Just a few kilometers west of here in Crescent Beach, they were getting hail on my way to work. dark clouds off in the east, and it looked like I was following this rainstorm because the road that I was traveling on just puddles everywhere. So I knew I was on the tail end of this weather system. Joker on Friday. Yes, I love the trailer. I love Joaquin Phoenix. I'd definitely like to get out into the theater. I don't get out and watch movies in theaters nearly as much as the Underhill family. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the movie overall? And how would you rate the performance of Mr. Joaquin Phoenix? Go. Okay, here's something. When you are out walking and a stranger or someone is coming towards you and you make eye contact, and you know it would be rude if you just didn't say hi because it's a Canadian thing to do you say hello? I always say hi there. Does that make any sense? If I'm walking down the street and someone is walking by me, I say hi there. Is that what you say, or do you say hello? Like, what do you say to someone, a complete stranger, as you're passing them on the street? For me, hi there. I don't know if that makes any sense. We are quickly approaching the end of the month, which means Halloween is just around the corner. Just going to throw it out here, 10 out of 10 and 101 out of 101. Excellent numbers. You should put those numbers on Joaquin Phoenix's Twitter feed. Yes, he'll wake up to some great news, a great movie review by the one and only James Underhill. We all like horror movies this time of year. What is your favorite horror movie? What is the one Halloween theme movie? Not necessarily the movie Halloween, but what is one of those movies? Let's go back to maybe the late 70s, early 80s, when all the really good horror movies were made because of the lack of special effects and the puppeteering that went into. I don't know, is puppeteering a word? I don't know. But just throw it up there in the comment section if you so choose. For me, it would definitely be Nightmare on Elm Street. A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original with Johnny Depp. That would be up there in the top 3 of those movies that you just have to see during Halloween. Okay, this is a little segment I like to call Just Google It. Just Google it. I'm just going to give you some tidbits of information, and you can just Google it. Here's a story in the CBC. How often do you take your vehicle in for maintenance? Do you follow, what schedule do you follow? Do you follow the mechanic's schedule, his advice on when you should bring the vehicle in, or do you follow the owner's manual? A lot of stories, Jason Lives. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's an old school, that's a classic. Okay, just Google it. There's some stories, some problems about with people being a little bit confused on when they should get their vehicle serviced. For instance, here a couple of weeks ago, the company truck that I drive, the change oil warning was coming on the dash. So I went to Mr. Lube, $260 later, they changed all the fluids, and I'm still getting the warning. So I'm thinking it's some software issue. Oops! I think it's a software issue, but you can never be too sure, right? Scheduling. How often do you take your vehicle in to get it serviced? Mr. James Yerksa, welcome to the broadcast. In a segment here called Just Google It, Mac the Moose. Mac the Moose in Saskatchewan is back on top, and he has something to do with an East Central Norway moose. The one here, Mac the Moose, he's got a bigger rack. He has a bigger rack. Just Google it. Just Google it. What's a hate crime to you? What is your definition of a hate crime? And the reason I ask, there are police departments across Canada who really have their own definitions of what falls under a hate crime, which is really making a mess of the court system. You can find out more about that hate crime and police departments across Canada. It's a bit confusing. Aaron, welcome to the broadcast. Okay, again, just Google it. Just Google Mac the Moose, hate crimes, police departments across Canada. I know it's not the most uplifting stuff, but it's news that's out there. It's current. Here's something else. What is the grossest, unhealthiest, extended sleep accommodations have you had to endure? Wow, that's a sentence. The reason I ask, there are sailors. I don't know if it's still happening, but definitely in the past, sailors aboard Canadian warships have been sleeping on moldy mattresses. And of course, that's going to pose a significant health risk. Una, welcome to the broadcast. So again, what's the most unhealthiest sleep. Maybe it was just for a night. Maybe you were in, yes, let's talk this week. Maybe Friday morning, 4-hour time difference, 10:30 your time. If you can squeeze me in 5-10 minutes, that would be great. Keep up what you're doing, man. The woodworking that you do is just, it's mind-numbing. The airplane that you just built, unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. So what is the grossest, unhealthiest sleep? Maybe you're at a motel and it wasn't exactly a 5-star. Maybe it wasn't a 5-star. Okay. That's it for Just Google It. This date in history, some cool things on this date, October 9th, 2019. Back in 1919, going back, way back, 1919, October 9th, the Cincinnati Reds beat the Chicago White Sox 10-5 and win the World Series. It was on this date in 1940. John Lennon, born in Liverpool, England. Favorite John Lennon song. Not a Beatles song, a favorite John Lennon song. On this date, October 9th, 2019, back in 2011, the NHL. The NHL returns to Winnipeg, Manitoba. They have their first official game in 15 years. Unfortunately, they lost 5-1 to Montreal, but no one cared. The Halifax, not too cold and causing health problems. Yes. Well, it makes sense that mattresses in a ship in water are going to experience mold. So that's the issue right now. I don't know how far back it goes, but it's quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. Thanks for the live views. This is Matthew. This is MattTv, Facebook Live. I will be putting this video up on my YouTube. I like putting these videos up on my YouTube channel and then going back in a few days and seeing absolutely 0 views. Imagine, you know what, James? That's exactly. I didn't want to add what my favorite song was, but if I had to, that's the song I would have chosen. Absolutely. If you don't tear up listening to Imagine by John Lennon, you don't have a soul. Maybe that's going too far. Quickly back to sports. Huge baseball game today. Game 5 of the Division Series. St. Louis Cardinals in Atlanta to play the Braves. Whoever wins today moves on. I believe it's an 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific start time, so I'll be maybe I'll get some updates from Joe Desmond. Joe Desmond sending me text on Monday letting me know how the Cardinals game was going. Found out at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon by the internet, via the internet. The second game goes today, Nationals, Dodgers. That series is all tied up at 2 apiece. That game is at 5:37 p.m., and that's probably Eastern time. Probably in Eastern time. The League Championship Series is up next. Okay, I'm going to wrap the show up here in just a couple of minutes because I think I'm going to go make another coffee like I need it, and then I'm heading off to work. A couple of things you might want to Google. These images, I guess I should have put these in with Just Google It. If you want to see how special of a place that we live in, I'm talking about this planet Earth, and some of the things that have been created are just magnificent. Just Google these two things. A white poodle moth. Google this, white poodle moth, and also Google pink moth. The white poodle moth, it is the trippiest insect I think I have ever seen. It's mesmerizing. It has arms and it has hands. If you can tell me that this moth, this white poodle moth, it has hands. It has hands. Just a couple of quick things. Clear skies here tonight on the South Coast. I hope the skies are clear in your neck of the woods. Last night was the Draconid meteor shower. Draconid meteor shower was last night. If you have clear skies, you might be able to enjoy the Southern Taurids meteor shower. Is happening tonight. No less than 10 meteorites an hour. That's pretty good numbers. If you miss it because of clouds tonight and you missed last night, there is another opportunity. Another meteor shower is happening later this month, October 21st and 22nd. That's all I got. Those are the notes, baby. Okay. Have yourself a great Wednesday. Like I said, get out. If you have clear skies, out before midnight, good chance to see some meteorites. Okay, Aaron, send me, if you're still in here, send me a private message. If a Friday, quick chat on Friday morning, I'll be in here at 6:30 a.m. If you want to join me for 5-10 minutes, let people know what's going on in your slice of the world, we can definitely do that. Okay, thanks for the live views. If you like and see what you, if you like and hear, if you like what you see and hear, if you like what you see in here, maybe I'll edit that part out. Just tell your friends there's a guy in White Rock with a great sweater, fedora on backwards, in his garage in White Rock, British Columbia, doing a MattTv thing on Facebook Live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6:30 a.m. Okay, have yourself a great Wednesday. I'll be back in here Friday, like I just said, at 6:30. Okay, my name is Matthew. This is MattTV. Now and always, from sea to sea.